Okay, I'll call you later.
Okay. All right. It is now 10 o'clock, and we will move back to agenda item number 5 from Ms. Serrato for the 10 o'clock public hearing application for revised plat of Hubbard Ranch, Lot 100 and Lot 101 to CSO. Do we have any public comments?
Yeah, once you introduce it, tell us, I mean, somebody's got to tell us about it, because I'm
Yeah. What do we got?
copy of the flag. You're going to look at it, yeah? Sure.
Who's Brucey?
It is. It's three or four. It's three.
It's been, Commissioner Cole was pretty slow. Let me move it down. Would you state your name, sir?
My name is Martin Pontes. I work with Intrepid Surveying and Engineering. We oversaw the replat of this property over in the Hubbard Ranch subdivision, and we have done all of the drainage. We've addressed a drainage concern that Commissioner King and Commissioner Silva wrote last time about one of the detention ponds. We have increased the size of the culvert for the output of the detention pond to make sure none of the sandy sediment would build up in the detention ponds, and the county engineers have reviewed it and have approved them. We are turning 2 lots into 8 new lots of varying sizes. We have gotten approval for plans on a water storage tank for fire suppression that the fire marshal has reviewed and approved. We have submitted plans for said tank and have also provided a subdivision bond to make sure that these improvements are done within a timely manner and to the county's regulations.
This was approved by the Review and Development Board.
Yes, sir.
So they're taking that lot 100 and 200 and converting it into these 8, that's what they're doing?
It's 15 acres, and they're breaking it up into 8 parcels. One parcel is 5 acres. That one is kind of, I guess it's number 4. I think it's 15 and 15, isn't it? 30 acres?
It's 30.2 acres.
Yeah, two total.
Now, those 2 lots are becoming 8 lots.
Correct. And the way he said it was leading into the way that I say it. Always our concerns are whether or not there was anything that was ever done in the subdivision where it said the lots are going to be this size and they're going to be that way forever, versus, you know, the neighbors, whenever they plan on having 100 neighbors and now all of a sudden they're going to have 500 neighbors. Is that going to be an issue? Is there anything that the original Hubbard Ranch said that it wouldn't be allowed?
We did not come across anything in the current covenants and restrictions that would have prohibited such. So to our knowledge, no, sir.
Subdivision from 1956, and there wasn't much on the plat that stated.
And each one of these 8 lots have to have their own water well, is that correct?
Correct, yes, sir.
Because there is no public water supply out there.
No, sir. Each lot will have to have its own individual water well services. One lot will have 2 wells on it because one well will be solely dedicated to the fire suppression tank. However, that, the entire well, as well as, the line running into it will lie within a easement that is not buildable, so that nothing can interfere with, the lines of the tank or the well.
Do you know which one of them is gonna be designated for that?
Yes, sir. On page 2 of the plat, it does indicate where the existing well is. I believe it is on lot 4. I could be mistaken.
Well, that would make sense, that's the one we shot. That one has more acres.
Yeah, I saw one there. Steve, yeah?
It's not showing.
Okay, yes, it is lot 3.
That's where the existing well is.
Yes, sir. My mistake. It is lot 3 where that existing well lies.
And the existing well is going to be used to supply the fire suppression tank.
Yes, sir.
Is that well, you know anything about it? Has it been tested?
It's been tested and it's a high capacity well. It's actually very, very large. Yes, sir. And so a new well will be installed for whatever home goes on. That well will solely be dedicated to the present tank.
Have any other questions for me?
But it doesn't look like there's anybody here, but I guess now's the appropriate time, I think, to call for public comment. Realize that there's not anybody here unless you guys have anything to say. Everybody else gone.
Ms. Judy?
Short Hill Road. Short Hill Road.
Oh,
In your backyard.
gotcha.
Okay. All right, well, hearing none from public comments, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. At 10:06 a.m., and we're back in the regular Commissioners Court session. Thank you all. We'll be revisiting this here next, okay? All right, agenda item number 10, we have Ms. Nikki Storer, librarian, discuss and take action on the Vernon Library lease for Texas Limited Liability Company, LLC. Ms. Storer?
Morning again. So I think we have everything worked out. Myself, the judge, and Mr. Ron and the owner of the property had a meeting, and we came together to decide about the lease. I believe the lease agreement was approved, so we just need a signature to step forward.
Well, give us a quick.
Yeah.
How much is the lease? How long?
The lease is the same before, it's $750 a month, which is what we are currently paying in the location we are in. It does have the 3% increase a year. Is that been
Like
incorporated?
$22 a year.
Right. It is a little smaller space, but it's very comparable to what we even started Librarian in 2016. So this is a temporary location until either Camden's Adventure Zone is added on to for us, or if the owner of the property has space to build for us.
Did she give you any timeline?
She says it all depended upon money, but she just says it's temporary. She keeps calling this space temporary. We have our own entrance for the seniors that visit us that maybe can't walk the full distance or walk over cobblestone. They can park at the front, come into the house, it's a remodeled house, and go to the right all the way to the back to the master bedroom. So there is accessibility for those who are mobility limited.
Commissioner, if I may clarify, I think, some of your questions. This is a lease, I believe it's a 5-year lease? Okay, it's a 5-year lease. The landlord did indicate that she anticipated some changes, adding on, and so the concern was that we were going to be bound to this 5-year lease and whatever. So we agreed to include in the lease provision that either party could modify that lease If she builds on, because that would anticipate a rent increase, because there would be more space and more amenities, and the county may decide, well, it's too much now, or we found a different place. So either party would have the option to amend that lease, and if agreed to, or the court could always pull out of it if things change. If I'm correct, she doesn't anticipate any changes in the next year. She's still working on, she still doesn't know what she's going to do with the property. She just would like to expand it, provide community services there. There's already things going on. The building is ADA accessible, and so she's allotted this space, and she thinks a library would be a wonderful improvement to that, and it seems to meet the county's needs to provide a library in that area. So the increase every year is nominal, 2%, I think it was, 2-3%. But and then some of the concerns in the original lease that I had about repairs and property, all that was removed. So we're not going to be responsible for that.
That house is not 5 years old.
Yes, so
it's a new home.
yes, it is, and she is invested in providing that home as a base for the community. So she's very much like the library to be part of that, and I think that she's willing to work with the county to do that. So in terms of the lease, it does provide us to make changes if we need to, or if there's something that we have liked that changes down the road, then the county does have the option to pull out of that lease without any harm to the county.
I think it's an excellent spot because they had an overwhelming response to their soccer deal that they put on. I think we've got folks from Florida really the response was just overwhelming. I know the traffic, we had traffic issues on 775. I would say there were probably several hundred vehicles, maybe as many as 500 out there with the soccer fields that she's provided. So we got a lot of kiddos going to that facility, as well as the Camden's Adventure Center. So it's a good location. I think it would be a good upgrade on the library.
And I did check on D26A, it is 3%. I thought it was 2 myself, but it is 3%.
There's also space there for not just the kids. She's going to allow us to use like the second floor for adults who want to hold book clubs. There is a book club meeting every month in the Library for them to go. They're like downstairs in what was the living room, also areas that people can meet and greet as well.
I think it's quite a upgrade from where we were.
It'll be different. I wouldn't have to put up the leaky roof and everything. Water is not a friend's book.
And the store you're on, you're kind of a timeline for moving. You got till 30, correct?
Correct. 3 weeks. We're ready to go.
Okay, so you got things boxed up?
As soon as you sign on the dotted line, I'm on my way to ready to box up my Lego collection.
Mrs. Huron, in reading the lease, the tenant's rebuilding obligations deals with fire or other elements. Do you have any concerns about that? Because when I first read it, I was like, okay, tenant's insurance is the norm, I would think, these days in order to protect.
Yes, she has the appropriate insurance, but we also will have a secondary insurance that will cover it, so there shouldn't be any problem with that. Because liability was another issue we discussed in being appropriately insured, so she has full insurance for the facility and certainly understands.
I can very well entertain a motion on agenda item number 10.
I'll make a motion that we accept the lease on the Money Library, Texas Limited Liability Company, to move the library to the Camden's Adventure Center location.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cardillo, second by Commissioner Martin. Do we have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 10? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. All right.
Can I leave it today with a fine copy by chance?
Yes.
They'll have to notarize it, how, whatever. Okay, you'll do that one now?
It's in the same area. See, it's not right there, but.
Agenda item number 11, Lou Sirocco, Permitting and Development Director. We go to 11A, naming private lane, number 1A1, 11A1, Precinct 3, Red Dirt Road, review and approve.
Well, it has been surveyed and also for agreement, and the name is approved by Nolan Atherton to Jason Fairchild. Question about that.
It's off of 434.
Yes. This is the black track that's next to the Shelton. And right now, we are currently using the Puma track to get to the residents in the back, or the property in the back.
So it's all the way to the end of 434.
It's part of the Chris Waters, all that section that was kind of being chopped up.
Okay. And they need a name for 911.
So then, they have the 25 fleet, with the bigger truck in the back. And there can be 3 different family members built out there. They just want to have a private thing. But do you remember the big dirt mound with 434? That's supposed to be the insurance. To the back.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions? I would make a motion to approve the naming of the private lane on Red Dirt. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cardillo, second by Commissioner King. Any other discussion regarding 11A1? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Move to 11B1, subdivision Siesta Oaks Ranch, review and approve final plat, discuss and take action.
This is had approval from the fire marshal, the engineer, and is favorable with the review committee. It was posted in the newspaper for the 3 consecutive weeks.
discuss this?
We did. The only thing I got on this thing is, once again, I'll go back to these driveway culverts. You got lot 3, lot 4, 112-inch CMP or not required. Are you good with the 12-inch in there? And this is, minimum standard, I believe, is 18. Yeah. So, it used to be 15, is it, did we finally get it down to 18? But
I mean, I believe that's an older version, that you might be looking at on your screen.
what's on there?
I believe it was modified to the, first few lots do not require culverts at all, and
6 and 7 asked for 18-inch CMP, 8 asked for, actually asked for 2 18-inch CMP, and then lot 8 asked for 2 24-inch CMP.
Okay, yeah.
1 through 5, it says not required, so when they shot the grade, it didn't work.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, it's got standards here that are up to current code.
That's what we got.
You wanna look at it?
Thank you all got on that.
I'll entertain the motion on agenda item 11B1.
I'll make a motion that we approve the final plat on CSO's ranch subdivision. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cardillo, second by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion regarding agenda 11B1? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to 11B2, discuss and take action on acceptance of bond $89,320.
This information has been sent to both the county attorney and the county treasurer for review. And our engineer has reviewed total cost and turned cost on it as well.
This is the actual bond.
I'll entertain a motion on 11B2.
I'll make a motion to accept the bond for CSO's ranch in the amount of $89,320. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cardillo, second by Commissioner Aiken. Any other discussion regarding 11B2? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to agenda item, thank you, ma'am. Move to agenda item number 12, we have Jim Stricker, County Sheriff, Sheriff's Office progress.
Okay, for the year-end stats I have today. The year-end, total reportable calls, 6,518. Non-reportable calls, 16,670, for a total of 24,188, which is just a little less than 2,000 calls a month on average. Livestock calls for 2025, we had 776. 394 animal complaints, 223 mental health calls, and 97 burn up calls. Total arrests for the year, 496. Security checks, 2,099 for the year. Patrol buys, proactive patrolling, 10,326. And traffic code enforcement, 6,477.
Sheriff, is that just, people calling in and saying somebody's driving the wrong way or speeding
On
or
the
running?
non-reportables, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, but the very last one, the traffic code enforcement.
That's just some kind of enforcement from us. I guess it's split down here on the next, when it comes citations, warnings.
Okay, so it could be anything, it could
That's
be a
just a
traffic,
total of it.
everything from a traffic stop.
Burn
somebody
ban
calls and
violation,
says, okay.
animal control ordinance, it can be anything. And it can be a ticket or one, and it's not specific on there. Traffic citations for the year 1,203. Misdemeanor citations 150. 25 burn ban citations. 46 animal complaint citations. And 11 livestock citations. Total warnings issued 6,098. 143 misdemeanor warnings, 28 burn ban warnings, 19 animal complaint warnings, and 23 livestock warnings. So basically, we wrote tickets to warnings, everybody including livestock and for the year, CID closed 201 cases. They opened an additional 1,042. So that means they still have 800 open just in the last year. Sent to juvenile probation in 2025, we have 11 cases sent to juvenile probation, 297 cases sent to the county attorney's office, and 251 cases sent to the district attorney's office. And 18 unfounded cases in 2025, at 276, basically without any further information, they're kind of on hold, and 33 of them were outside of our jurisdictions. Sex offender verification, we had 84 verifications in 2025, 29 compliance checks, we filed no sex offender violations in 2025. Operation Lone Star, in addition, felony arrests for 2025, 219. Misdemeanor arrests, 161. We made 2,218 traffic stops and assistant patrol on 98 calls. Out of that, they seized 25 weapons, 10 stolen vehicles were recovered. They seized 1 vehicle. They had 35 days of out-of-county operations and 3 in-county operation days. They released or turned over to Border Patrol 35 undocumented illegal aliens. Out of those arrests, we had 1,778 grams of meth seized, 146.5 ounces of marijuana, 11,015 ounces of THC marijuana oil, 46.5 grams of heroin, 256.19 grams of cocaine, and 5.9 grams of heroin. For the jail, basically, we've averaged 1,332, or basically 110 to 115 a day in the jail the last 12 months. Average daily intake's about 4. Inmates housed, we average about 10 federal inmates a month, for a total of $308,070 for year 2025. We've averaged about 5.5, say 6 Gonzales County inmates for a total of $106,998 for 2025. Court stats, miles driven in 2025 of 76,000. Calls not that important. In-county transports 529. Out-of-county transports 266. 29 mental health transports. And we handle 50 arrests. And to engineer, this is the first year we've done this since I took office. We had Operation Safe Santa, which was 23rd to the 25th, in collaboration with Floresville PD, DPS, Polk PD, Stockville Marshal's Office, and us. In the 3 days, they stopped 98 vehicles, wrote 16 citations, 105 warnings, and made 4 arrests. On New Year's Eve, Operation Last Call, it was Floresville PD and the Sheriff's Office. 32 traffic stops, 8 citations, 34 warnings, and 5 arrests. That will be it for 2025.
Sure.
Yes.
So how are we doing on the jail in terms of, we out of capacity, or do we need to increase capacity? Do we need to start planning for that? Where do you feel we're at in that regard?
We probably need to start looking at increasing capacity in the jail. Right now, the last month, we've actually went down to about 112 a day average. We were averaging right at 130. We've cleared some through GDC, some of them just bonded out and able to get out. We've cleared some county court cases, so they got time served and got out. So we're back down to about 130 is about capacity, and so right now we've got about a 15 to 20 leeway, but that's awful close.
But
We
we have
don't
federal
take much.
prisoners and we have Gonzales County prisoners that are housed in that number, and so if we had a need, we could back off on what.
Well, yes, that is true. Yes, that's
We don't want to lose
See,
money.
We could basically go down to 100 average if we got, deal away with the Gonzales County and, things.
Any other questions on the sheriff?
And Sheriff, so we'll get together with Mr. Long right after court, we'll talk about that. Okay, thank you. Agenda item number 13, Darren Martinez, County Clerk, discuss take action on Commissioner Court minutes.
And they have been reviewed by the county judge and county attorney's office.
Take a few minutes to look at that. All right, Mr. Hill, entertain a motion to take action on Commissioner Court minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes for December 8th, 2025 and December 22nd, 2025.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, second by Commissioner Cordova. Any other discussion regarding agenda item number 13? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 14, Jalen Bonford, our Human Resource Specialist, presentation of payroll and personnel changes.
Good morning. Rose Welton was demoted from a patrol sergeant to courthouse security effective December 23rd, 2025. Rolando Garza was terminated from his position as a patrol deputy effective December 23rd, 2025. And Zach Garcia was terminated from his position as a patrol deputy / PIO effective December 23rd, 2025.
Any questions, no? Thank you, ma'am. Agenda item number 15, we have Brenda Trevino, County Auditor, to discuss and take action on county bills.
I provided y'all with the unpaid vendor report, and the grand total is $485,439.99.
So, in the non-departmental, we've got Forestville Electric, is that to provide electricity to their, the $51,652?
Yes, that is to provide electric to.
You said non-departmental?
Yeah, see it. It's right there at the top of page 7.
So that's for the underground pad. That's me communication. That's what it was for.
Thank you.
The collection facility does not usually run around $45,000 for public services.
When they're picking them up, they pick it up, so they pick up everything.
It had been several months since they picked up.
Because we were short, boy,
Because of the,
and they had to really get after it, so he's back to work now. So.
there's items on medical leave that can be cleared for the
Clear.
So, on page 10, Aaron Guerrero for $5,830 for building repair, the EOC already? Is that correct?
I'm sorry, what page?
Page 10, top two.
0409. Yes. So that was the 50 amp hookup that had to be requested for, and there were some LEDs that needed to be changed. But there was a 50 amp plug that needed to go in to keep the emergency operations trade.
And Okay, so where are we at? Mr. Vino previously told us that what she's gonna do is the stuff that goes to the building needs to be to the building, and the rest of it should be credited back to their operating expenses. So where are we at on that, you know?
And this is the same project.
Yeah. Well, I guess first question is are the books for last year closed yet?
They are, yes.
Okay, so we can request interview reports now. Now, I know several officials have asked me when they're going to be able to get their interview report.
Yes, the books are closed, so we could, since we're going to start preparing for our internal audit, so everything is closed right now. So I would say it's our request went from Mr. Trevino that we could provide that.
All right, Commissioner, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 15.
Make a motion that we accept the county auditor's report and pay the bills in the amount as suggested, being $485,439.99. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Cordova. Any other discussion regarding agenda item number 15? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Cordova. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, we are adjourned at 10:40.